Hello, Dennis. I'm Vivian Peterson from Art Digest. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've been a huge fan of yours. I've loved all your work. And this is Eric Metcalf. He's an intern at our magazine. I brought him along so that he could experience meeting a living artistic legend.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. I have been following your work for some time. You know, I have a few questions, specifically on some of your earlier pieces. Really the one entitled Paintball Gun in the Dark. I was wondering if you...
Oh, yes, later, Eric. Dennis, this is Tim Watkins from the Art Critics magazine.
Hello, sir. A pleasure to meet you, sir. I've been covering your work for the last few years, and I would like to thank you on behalf of my magazine for granting us this interview. You are truly a force to be reckoned with in the world of art, sir.
Hi, and this is Mandy Howard from Modern Gallery.
Hello, Dennis. It's amazing to meet you. I've loved your work for many years. You're just so brilliant. So, this is where you work. We were amazed when your agent said we'd have the opportunity to have a sneak preview of your next showing. I understand we're the first piece to get a chance to see.
Amazing.
I was told you've completed 3 pieces so far.
Yes.
How long did it take you to complete them?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
That's extraordinary.
And that truly is.
This is all so exciting.
Is this one of the pieces?
It's exquisite. I didn't know you were start doing sculpting. It makes sense. It's just the next logical step in your artist.
I really like the colors with this piece. Its depth and texture. Brilliant. When did you come up with the idea for this piece?
I bought it.
Really? Amazing. You have a magnificent eye. It's like, even if you're not creating it yourself, you have the ability to find great art. My magazine would kill for a reporter with an eye for art like this. Where did you buy this piece from?
Bed, bath, and beyond.
Amazing.
You certainly have great instincts for these things. It's similar to the way Andy Warhol revolutionized the art world with his recreation of the Campbell Soup label.
Yes, it's very much like that.
You know, imagine how much more revolutionary it would have been if you would have got the curtains and the matching tablecloth.
Dennis, let me see what I'm doing.
God.
It's so vivid.
So bold and different.
Oh my God, is that crayon?
That's what it looks like.
It is. Yes. It makes the piece so much more vivid. Like, it takes me back to my childhood. It makes one remember what it's like to be young and innocent on a warm summer's day, sitting next to your parents when you could still believe in goodness and order. You look at your parents and know that everything is right in the world. But then the destruction on the edges of the canvas remind me of adulthood and how they take your innocence away, and you're no longer the same.
You created this in the last few weeks.
Yes, my neighbor. She came over. She lives next to me. She has a kid. He had some crayons and a coat. He wandered around while we talked. I had a canvas outside the balcony. After a while, they left. It was hot. I fell asleep.
Amazing.
And I woke up. I saw that the kid had left his crayons on the canvas. They partially melted from the heat. I got mad. I never liked him. He's a brat. So, I picked up the canvas and I crumbled it. But before I threw it, I uncrumbled it. But I thought, it looks cool.
Wow. What a great story.
It makes sense why there's so much anger and violence to the image.
Yes, interesting. That part of your inspiration was from actually having a child here. Makes sense with the overall feel of the picture.
I can stare at this further.
So, what you're actually saying is, you really didn't do anything. It's more like the kid that pitched Crayons behind, so if anything, the kid did all the work.
Well, Eric, I think what you're trying to say was that the inspiration for this painting was so strong that it almost painted itself. At least that's what my dad used to say anyway. Eric, can I talk to you for a moment? Eric, I know that you're just an intern, and that all this is new to you. But there's one thing you need to understand. These artists work differently than the way you and I would work.
I know.
I work from inspiration, with an eye that sees things almost at a different level than the rest of us. So let's just be careful not to make ourselves seem too ignorant in the artistic process, especially in front of these other magazines. That would be a very bad thing. Do you understand?
Dennis, as much as I hate to pull us away from this, can we see the next one?
Amazing.
Yes. It's like chaos. A world without order, or laws, or rules. We get lost in it.
Look, some of the strokes are lighter than the others, as if a deliberate attempt was made to accentuate certain aspects in the texture of the painting.
Oh yes, I see that too. Brilliant.
Dennis, if you don't mind.
I got really drunk. And I don't remember anything. When I woke up the next morning, I was naked and covered in paint. That was weird. I came to my studio and I noticed that this canvas had paint on it too. Not sure what happened, but I thought it looks cool.
It's amazing how the inspiration hits you.
I could strive my whole life. I never created images as perfect as this. I'm but a mortal. All I can hope to do is record the words of those that do great things.
Well, that's all any of us can hope to do in the era of such a great visionary.
You know, that may have been one of the most disturbing stories I have ever.
Eric, can we go back to the piece from Bed, Bath & Beyond? I'd like to ask your thoughts on it. Eric, this is one of the biggest interviews our magazine has ever had. Ever! Do you know how many people would die to get an interview with this artist? Do you know how many people I would kill to write an article like this for him?
No.
A lot. I would kill a lot of people to write an article. So don't you mess this up for me. Because if you do, I'll kill you. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. But it was weird. He was naked.
So, Van Gogh cut off his ear and sent it to his girlfriend. Who are we to argue as geniuses?
But Van Gogh didn't hump his hand.
Not that we know of, anyway. And if he did, so what? These men are artistic gods. The next time I hear you speak, there'll be a comment full of intelligence and keen insight.
Dennis, can we see the next one?
Come on, they're going to show the next one! Oh my God!
Fantastic!
Truly!
Yes, the image, it's almost a commentary. It speaks to me about the oppression of the working class in our society. The way the colors merge and depart. It's like a union and then a disillusionment between the different economical layers in our world. But in this too, there's an era of violence, and I'm not sure what that represents.
Revolution!
Yes, exactly.
The way the working class will rise up against the corrupt power and authority in our world.
It reminds me of the Impressionist art that came out of France in the early 1800s, yet very abstract. And neoclassical all at the same time.
Good observation, Vivian.
I see that too, but this is so much more. This painting means something. It speaks to the world.
Oh yeah, it's talking to the world.
Till you created this one, Dennis?
I woke up one morning and I stared at this canvas and I saw it. There was a bug on it. It was huge. A cockroach. It threw me out. I grabbed the shoe. It was staring at me. So I stepped down on it with full force. I heard it crunch. The sound grossed me out. I didn't want to move the shoe, but when I did, the bug was stuck on the canvas. So I used the shoe to get it off. I wiped it. First to the left, then to the right. But the bug was still stuck. But I thought, it looks cool.
I see. I understand. The bug is always stuck. It's stuck in our society. No matter how hard we try, we can't get rid of it. It will always be there. The bug is human nature.
What do you think, Barry?
I think that the bug also can represent the way society represses women by creating a system that is economically gender biased and discriminatory.
Interesting. I can see that in this.
Dennis, I have to ask, what are you going to do next? What does the future hold for the great Dennis Dugan?
I am hungry.
What an artist. You are hungry. The way we hunger for the next great level of understanding. The way we hunger to be better at our crafts. It's as if you're starving for an artistic nirvana.
That's perfect. That's what I'm going to title my article. Dennis Dugan and his hunger for artistic nirvana.
Yes, I think our cute bond for Uncle John's. I would use it soon.
Dennis, I understand you're busy. I appreciate you showing us these pieces. I almost feel guilty for taking you away from all the great work you're doing. Thank you for today, when I wouldn't give to be in the corner of your mind for just a moment to see the world through the eyes of such a visionary genius. It has truly been an honor.
Eric? I really appreciate you letting us see your work. You are a true artistic genius.
Where to Eric?
I would say he is the Raphael of our time. Truly.
Well, we have to be leaving. Thank you again, Eric.
Well, Dennis, it's been a privilege to me. I'd like to have a few moments of your time, perhaps in private, to discuss your art. Alone, so I can ask you a few other questions. Your art, it makes me feel whole. It makes me feel like a woman. I wrote my number on this card. Give me a call anytime, day or night. Anything you want to talk about. Or even if you don't want to talk. Well, thanks again. Tim.
Dennis, I can see you're a man of few words. But the words you do speak, they speak volumes. And the way that you speak with your brush, it's captivating. Here's my card. Call me anytime you feel like it. Anytime you want to talk about art or life, for anything. I feel it's like a bond. I can almost imagine what it would be like as one of your canvases. I have to go. Home. Anytime.
Yes. I have a coupon for 2 large, 2-topping pizzas for $16.99.
I'm sorry, the shop's not open yet.
That's all right. We don't mind, Jimmy says. Not at all. We're looking for Giuseppe.
I'm Giuseppe. How may I help you, ladies?
My sister and I are doing a little shoe shopping. Thought maybe you could help us out.
I'm afraid I can't. You see, I make glass buoys. I'm just a glass maker.
That's funny. I could have sworn I heard somebody say they got a pair of black slippers from here. Who was that again, Del-Voda? Cinderella?
Please, don't touch those. They're very fragile. One of a kind.
That's right, Cinderella. Name ring a bell?
That's the girl that went missing. I remember seeing her picture in the paper. Beautiful girl.
No, see, she wasn't that beautiful.
She went missing at the ball. And all the cops found was one slipper.
So you know her?
Yes! No. I seen her picture in the paper. Ladies, please. I'll be in less than 10 minutes, so if you please, excuse me.
What?
Ah!
Tell me about the fairy godmother.
I don't know anything.
Do we look like a couple of dumb broads to you? I got this. Look, we know you know something, Mr. Just a Glass Maker. Now, either you can tell us what we want to know, or how can I put this delicately? We can extract what you know.
She came by about a week ago. She said she needed a favor.
What kind of favor?
A pair of glass slippers. I told her there were at least 5 cobblers in town, and she insisted that the slippers be made of glass. And since I'm the only glass blower, I said I'd give it a try.
And then?
One of her boys came by. And that's it.
Her boys? What boys?
A mouse. Dressed like a coachman. He came, paid cash, and rode him in a pumpkin.
Like some type of game to you?
Ladies, please. I don't want to make the slippers, but I have a family to feed.
Family? You want to know about family? I'll tell you about family. What else? You only made 1 pair? No more?
Just one. Size 5.
All right, 6.5. Go check the back. This way. This way. Give me a name.
The godmother. I swear, no one knows her real name. They just call her Fairy Godmother.
Who does she work for?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how my poor chemically imbalanced sister's gonna react when she finds out you've been lying to us. Do you want to know?
No.
Darn right you don't. You call that and stomping a mud hole in her, right? Yeah, all right. Look, we find the fairy godmother. And we find Cinderella. We find Cinderella. Girl, we find your prince. Am I right? Yeah, you're right. I know I am. I got a little carried away. Oh, I know you did. Yeah, but I'm a Pisces and I'm hot-blooded, getting moments. All right, no problem. Do me a favor. Go start the car. I'll be done here in a minute. Turns a lion into a lamb and vice versa, am I right?
I guess so.
But my sister, it's all about love. But for me, this is about business. You're a businessman,
Yes.
so let's talk business. You pay this fairy chick, what, 10, 15%?
20%. By 5 o'clock, Fridays.
Anyway, off the record. You tell me where I can find this fairy godmother. And I'll take 10.
10%.
10%. End of the month, not a penny more.
Okay. Word is, the godmother's looking for a replacement. I can give her a message from you.
You know what, Giuseppe, you're a real good egg. You know that? Real good guy. Look, you tell that fairy that the sisters are looking for her. And that we'll be at that number on the card for the next 48 hours. At 48 and a half, we start taking out coaching. You got that?
I got it.
Hey, we gotta go. All right, meet in a minute. Remember what I said. Oh, you know what? These kids here. Oh, they're cute. What happened to this one in the cast?
That's my son. He slipped on one of those floorboards.
You know, replacing floorboards can get expensive. But I got you. Here. Take it as a gift. Get them floorboards fixed. Wouldn't want you to have a nasty accident now, would we?
No. No, we wouldn't.
Of course not.